data-centric strategy. This one is once again a no-brainer as to what it focuses on. Well, it focuses on data, right? And data was discovered to be of most value when it comes to protecting assets. We already talked about it before, that data is one of the most important assets when it comes to creating a strategy, and that strategy has to differ when compared to the ones covered before, such as, for example, endpoint protection strategy. The reason is that data is transferable, and if we, for example, let's say have a well-protected device holding important data, we can say it is protected with heavy endpoint protection software such as most updated antiviruses and firewalls and bunch of monitoring tools that always keep an eye on any suspicious activity. While this itself can stop an attacker from compromising the network or the device and getting the data stored on that device, what happens is, if, for example, this data is transferred to a different, less secure device, well, in that case the attacker can attack that other device, exploit it, and get the data that was on it, essentially compromising the company's data in some sense. That's why just endpoint protection strategy wouldn't necessarily work on the data protection. Because of this, security experts focused on the data itself and how they can protect it no matter where and how it gets transferred. Well, the solution to this was the implementation of encryption and key management. No matter where and when the data gets transferred, if it's encrypted, the chances of it being decrypted and read are far smaller than if the data was just transferred in plain text or unencrypted. Encrypting all the files reduces the attack surface by shifting the focus from protecting all the files to protecting a much smaller number of encryption keys. Now, besides reducing the attack surface, encryption also buys organizations time. That, in a sense, means that properly encrypted data looks the same as random noise, and without the keys to decrypt the data, it will take likely many years of effort for attackers to decrypt a portion of the data. So in other words, it is based on the attacker himself just quitting because he can't really decrypt the data in any reasonable amount of time. In other words, this strategy is implementing data loss prevention and key management, and data loss prevention can be a powerful tool to help prevent data from leaving an organization in an unauthorized way, including malicious and non-malicious data theft and leakage. Data loss prevention can also monitor data that moves via the network, email, USB drives, and other removable media. However, as with every strategy, this one also has cons, such as being rather difficult to implement, and key management can be challenging for some organizations. This strategy, as the others, is meant to be combined with strategies such as endpoint security and physical security.